Okay, folks, I'm sorry to come out of the chute hot like this, but there is a player out there named Twilight who I assume maybe is from the Philadelphia area or has been to Philadelphia, who said, Hal, surely we can agree that the best thing is a cheesesteak from Geno's. And I have to say, cheesesteaks are great. I love cheesesteaks, but I'm not a Geno's guy. I'm not a Pat's or Geno's guy, because those two, look, they're fine. They're fine cheesesteak places. If you like them, more power to you. But to me, those are like the tourist spots. My favorite cheesesteak is Jim's at 4th and South. And another really good place, sort of diagonal from that, is Ishkabibbles, right there on South Street. In fact, Ishkabibbles has two restaurants that are like equidistant from that point. One of them's more like a stand-up takeout place. The other one's like a full sit-down restaurant. They both have very good cheesesteaks. But Jim's, 4th and South, that is my spot. My friend, Twilight. Next time you're in the Philadelphia area, assuming they are open, you got to go check it out. Excuse me. Before we end June, I thought I'd cough right in your ears. Cyan64, you know, Jim's rocks. Shout out Dr. Pee Wee. Yes, SB girl, a Philly cheesesteak is very, very special. Bren, check it in there. Oh, Amarillo, you gotta have a Philly cheesesteak. Sometimes go there and actually have like a proper one. It'll change your life. They're favorite. Oh, I see a D'Alessandro shout out there. See, now we're just talking about Philly cheesesteaks and all the different spots. My uncle loves D'Alessandro's. D'Alessandro's also makes a very fine cheesesteak. Tons of great cheesesteak places in Philly. Kind of hard to go wrong there, but we all have our own favorite. My father and I disagree. I like Jim's. He does not. He likes a place that is better known for their pork roll, which, why would you go to a cheesesteak place for a pork roll? But I digress. Let's get this game started. Today we bid a fond farewell to June and turn to welcome July with open arms. Welcome to the Tuesday edition of Swagbucks Live, the mobile game show where you win money from the comfort of your phone. I'm your producer, Hal, and I'm also your writer, director, technical director, and trivia voice from the cyberspace void, bringing you all the game you can handle and all the prize money that you could want. There it is. That's $1,000. And everyone who can correctly answer these 10 multiple choice general trivia questions, well, you'll split it. Even if you don't get a piece of that grand prize, after Q1, you'll get 1 bonus SB for any question you get right. Remember to claim those SB at the end of the game so you can add them to your account. If you win the game, your bonus is claimed for you automatically and added to your winnings. Isn't that nice? It's lovely. It's lovely. Almost 22,000 of you playing, and I say let's send this June off in style, the same way we do with the comments. They are gone. Here comes your warm-up question. It's question number 1. What kind of animal is Curious George? Is he a whale, a monkey, or a dog? What is Curious George? Maybe you remember the theme song? Curious George, the curious little... That would help you right there. Accompanied by the man in the yellow hat, George's curiosity is constantly getting the two of them into trouble, but don't blame him for it. He's just a little monkey. He's a monkey. That's what he is. The adorable Curious George. When I was a kid, I had a book where he got into some ether because he swallowed a puzzle piece. I think he was at the hospital. It was a very weird, very trippy Curious George story, but that's how I fondly remember that adorable little monkey. He's always got his eyes a little closed because he's so curious, just trying to figure everything out. But you don't have to figure out anything else about him right now. We can move on to question number 2. It is worth 1 bonus SB. Here it is. Hola is a greeting in which language? Is it Japanese, Dutch, or Spanish? In which language would you say hola to greet somebody? You can also use buenos dias for a more formal greeting in countries where this language is spoken. Both that and hola are acceptable ways of saying hello in Spanish. Spanish is the answer. 98% of you getting that one right. That's almost 21,000 of you. Well done. Muy bien. That is the limit of my Spanish. I took French. in middle school. I chose that because that's the language all the girls were taking. So I took it too. And I love French. But I also love asking you questions and seeing you earn bonus SB. So let us move on to 1 bonus SB in question number 3. Which of these events happened first? United Nations founded, the Vietnam War, or Operation Desert Storm? Which of these occurred the earliest? A little simple history for you. Now, the earliest of these historical events happened in 1945 in San Francisco, California, as a replacement for the League of Nations. The founding of the United Nations is the answer. That's what I was looking for. 69% of you getting that one right. 28% going with the Vietnam War. That was a little bit later in the 60s. United Nations founded before that, and of course Operation Desert Storm happening in the early 90s, but that's okay. You have all those free rejoins from Second Chance Week. Why not plop one down right now and get back in the running for the grand prize? I've already seen almost everybody who got out come back in, almost 20,000 of you vying for the grand prize. That is what I like to see. I like to see people rejoining, dust themselves off, get right back in the fray. I got a bonus SB for you in question number 4. Here it is. What material did Michelangelo sculpt David from? Was it butter, coral, or marble? Have you seen this famous statue in person? Makes it pretty easy. You can also tell just by looking at a picture of it. The Guild of Wool Merchants was responsible for the decoration of the cathedral in Florence, so they commissioned Michelangelo to carve David from marble. Marble is the answer. 96% of you getting that one right. No surprises there. The 3% of you said coral. I don't think he would have had much access to coral at that point. Not a ton of coral hanging around Italy. And then butter, that's just a waste of food. That David would have long been gone on many pieces of warm bread and plates of spaghetti. Who knows? Who knows? So many things you can do with butter. Oh, butter's so great. All right, let's move on to a bonus SB, which is butter on your roll if you get this next one right. It's question number 5. Which of these words contains a dental fricative? Is it knife, think, or cash? A dental fricative. Do you know what that is? Okay, a fricative is a consonant sound made by the friction of breath, like the F noise. And when the fricative involves pressure against the teeth, you hear that? You get sounds like the TH in think. Think is the answer. 46% of you got that one right. 45% going with knife. You might have thought that was a little bit more. We're looking for think. You're forcing it out with a dental fricative. Think is the answer we were looking for. All right. We are moving on to a bonus SB, which doesn't have a TH sound in it anywhere. If you can correctly answer question number 6, here it is. If you have an RC toy car, what does the RC stand for? Is it Royal Cola, Remote Control, or Rancid Cheese? What does that RC stand for? When you break out your Tyco track, or even when operating a drone, you're using RC technology. Those vehicles need a remote control. Remote control is the answer. 99% of you getting that one right. Well done. I'm going to guess that pretty much everybody picked up a bonus SB on that one as well. That is what I like to see. Well, so we can just move right on to question number 7. It is worth 1 bonus SB. Surprise, surprise. Here is your question. What was Clue's original name? Was it mystery, murder, or intrigue? What did they call that game? Based on Cluedo in England, the sleuthing game was originally given a much more direct name based on the crime that you're trying to solve. It was called Murder. Murder is the answer. 24% of you got that one right. You solved that crime, but 75% of you wound up just like Mr. Body, eliminated. That's not what I like to see. I like to see you using your rejoins to come back in the game, which you are in great force, great numbers, and with great gusto, might I add. Already almost half of the people who got out have come back in. Do you have a favorite character in Clue? Are you a Colonel Mustard person? Miss Scarlet? Mrs. White? Who do you like? Who do you got? Let us know in the comments. They will be read later, and they will be read thoroughly. All right, let's move on to a bonus SB in question number 8. Here it is. Which band released albums called Abbey Road and Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band? Was it Led Zeppelin, The Who, or The Beatles? What is it called? Who are they? Oh, they're only the most popular band of all time, influencing countless bands that have come after them and leading the way in the evolution of rock in the 60s. I'm talking about the Beatles. Ooh, Yes, 96% of you getting that one right. What is your favorite Beatles album? Mine is Rubber Soul. That run from Rubber Soul to Revolver to Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band. Hard pressed to find a band with a better 3-album run than that, where their sound changed so dramatically. It's crazy. All right, let us move on to a bonus SB in question number 9. Which of these is not one of the events in a standard triathlon? Is it cycling, personality, or swimming? Which of these is not one of the events or stages in a triathlon? The triathlon was born in 1974 in San Diego, California, combining races that by themselves are grueling and difficult. Cycling, swimming, and running. Personality doesn't factor in, but I sure hope you have a pleasant one while you're running that race because it takes a lot of work. 8,184 of you have made it this far, and you're ready for our final question. And hey, if you had fun playing this game, this super fast game, you know what to do. Tell your friends and family about it. You can post to social media with the hashtag SBLive. Make sure you include your share link, which you get by clicking Get More Rejoins on the main menu of this app. When you do that share, it comes with a little image that has a code on it. When people sign up using your link and enter that code, you get a free rejoin. That's how you stock up in between second chance weeks, folks. It's that simple. You know, also, here's something else that's very simple. Most of the time, you don't even realize how many savings you miss out on when you're shopping. Sometimes the price drops right after you buy something, and that's why you need to use Paribus. It will scan your receipts directly from your email. When it detects a price drop on eligible purchases, it'll get you that money back. Sign up after the game through Swagbucks, and you will get 100 SB. Now, you have to be a U.S. player to qualify for this offer, but it is a no-brainer. We're all doing so much shopping online right now. Why not make sure you're getting the best deal every time? And if you're not, get the difference made up by Paribus. Super easy. That's a slam dunk, folks. That's what we call that in the biz. All right, folks, 8,187 of you vying for a piece of a $1,000 grand prize. Over 22,000 of you total in the game. Everybody gets a bonus SB if they get this next one right. It is the final question of the game. Question number 10. Which of these is not on the periodic table? Is it gold, carbon, or cookies? Which one is not on the periodic table? Now, the periodic table helps us catalog the elements and understand how they relate to one another. We currently have 188 different elements listed, and surprisingly, cookies is not one of them, but it could be on my dinner table, I'll tell you that. 8,079 of you knew the answer and are splitting our grand prize. Yes, you heard me right, folks. I would eat cookies for dinner. I would do it. Now, Fleur de Lib, Ryan Callie, and Nelson Kando, and so many more of you are winners. You're each getting 13 SB as your share of the purse, along with the bonuses you earned along the way, so congratulations to you. I also want to congratulate everybody who earned bonus SB along the way and were smart enough to claim them at this very moment. You know what to do with your SB, folks, and that is to redeem them for PayPal cash or gift cards to Amazon, Starbucks, Target, and hundreds of other places. Now, folks, thank you for playing. We're doing it all over again tomorrow night. This has been Swagbucks Live, and as always, good job.